All right, good morning, guys. It's 6 a.m. and I'm going to try to do as many push-ups as I can in 10 minutes. All right, so let's go. Let's do this. All right. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is I'm trying to take the weak parts out of me first thing in the morning. Because I notice that when I wake up late, I always overthink, I rush, I start thinking about negative things, I start thinking about the past, all that type of stuff. So, oh my god. So by doing something challenging first thing in the morning, I am activating strength inside of me. Pure mental strength. That's what I'm trying to do. So, that's why I'm doing this. And I noticed that when you exercise first thing in the morning, you feel very energetic, you feel positive, you feel happy. And that's the type of mood I'm trying to set for the entire day. So, but I need to go through pain in order to be humble and in order to feel happier, because you got to do uncomfortable things in order to grow. Oh man, this is getting tough. I can already feel it in my triceps. It's not even like 2 or 3 minutes, but I have to keep going. But I think a lot of us, we live this life of comfortability and we tend to avoid pain. Well, I think we need pain in our lives every day in order to grow. So that's why I'm doing this, because I realize that daily pain is important for growth, and I need to be mentally strong in this world, especially in 2025, where people's mental health is going down the drain. People are more depressed, have more anxiety, all that type of stuff. So we need to fight it. We need to fight these feelings by doing uncomfortable things. So that's why I'm doing this. And I encourage all of you to also do the same thing. You don't have to do push-ups, but you can try doing other things, like going for a walk first thing in the morning. Or trying a new hobby. Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. Don't be afraid. You gotta fight this, You gotta fight through the pain. You gotta fight through tough times, because tough times will always be there. Tough times are always there. Oh man, this is hard. But no matter what you do, man, you gotta keep putting in the work, keep putting in the effort. It doesn't matter how small it is. It's effort. And you'll realize how big of a difference your attitude changes when you start doing uncomfortable things, when you start doing things that you don't want to do, that you know you have to do, that you know will change you. And everyone's different. The thing that changes people is individual, right? You don't have to do the same thing that everyone else does. Just figure out your own thing. Start off slow. You know, it could be running a little longer in a treadmill in the gym or at home. It could be pushing that last couple of reps in the gym, you know, for the weights. It could be writing that last page of a book that you're trying to write. What matters is a little bit of progress. What matters is you're stepping out of the comfort zone on a daily basis. That's the key. I know I'm not David Goggins. I'm not trying to be David Goggins, but he is a very inspirational figure, and I realize that because he does things that most people don't want to do, and I find that to be motivational. And I ain't no Navy SEAL, but I realize that daily pain and daily struggle actually makes you stronger, both physically and mentally. So, yeah. So yeah, we gotta keep going, man. All of us, we're on this journey of life, right? And we only have a very short lifespan. So we should try to make the best of it, try to become the best version of ourselves. And the only way to do that is to be uncomfortable. But it all starts with your attitude. It all starts with how you think. It starts with all that type of stuff. You know, you have to think. You have to be mentally resilient, especially in this world, today's society. You gotta be mentally strong. We have to be. You know? There's a lot of people that give up, you know? But when they give up, they're very close to the finish line. They're very close to the great person that they can become. But they gave up at the last second because it got too hard. No, but you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going no matter what. And I don't know how many push-ups I'm doing. If you're watching this, please count for me if you can. Okay, keep going. I gotta keep going. Yeah, you gotta, and you have to stay consistent too. You know, whenever you're doing something difficult, you gotta stay consistent. You cannot skip 2-3 days in a row and then expect to get results or expect to be mentally tough. No, you gotta do this every day. You gotta go through pain every day. And I strongly believe that physical activity contributes to a healthy mind as well. Physical activity obviously has scientific evidence that shows that, you know, you become more focused, you become happier, all that type of stuff, and I believe it. But the only way to believe it is to actually do it, right? My triceps, my arms are hurting, my chest is hurting. I'm breathing in a lot of air. But guess what? When I'm done, I'm gonna feel so good. And that's the type of mentality that I want. I need to feel good in order to tackle the day. And when you think about it, if you do the hard things the first thing in the morning, if you do tough things first thing in the morning that you don't want to do, that hurts, it sets you up for whatever bullshit that may come throughout your day. Because you already armed yourself mentally. You already prepared yourself for war, the mental war. And life is a mental game. The biggest battles are in your head. The biggest battles are not wars, like physical wars. The biggest battles are the mental wars that we have in our head every day. Those are the biggest battles. And believe it or not, everyone has a mental illness. Everyone is dealing with some sort of mental blockade in their head. Doesn't matter how normal they may seem. Everyone is dealing with something. So we owe it to ourselves to work on ourselves, you know. We must stay mentally vigilant. We must stay strong. So, excuse me. Yeah, so it's important to keep going. No matter what. I think we're almost at 10 minutes. Keep going. All right, I'm gonna do my knuckles. Let's do my knuckles now. Yeah. All right, I think that's about 10 minutes, but let's do a little bit more, man. You gotta keep pushing, right? Remember I said the last reps that you push are the most important. The last couple of reps. All right.